Wednesday night in the Carolina Sports Plus studio, Mario, myself, and Jay Spearman talked Boston 76ers series. Check it out.
And we got the other series. We got the Philadelphia Boston series. One Embiid winning the MVP this year. I think rightfully deserved. I'm going to get both your thoughts on that. I think Boston at this point should be up. I think that. And I want to get you guys' thoughts. We're going to get this real quick because we got one more topic to get into before we get wrapped up. I'm not going to be critical on the non-timeout. There was plenty of time. I think the players, especially Jason Tatum, should have sped up a little bit more. They had the perfect play. If they would have gave Marcus Smart, they got the play they wanted. If Marcus Smart would have got that ball in a second earlier, they wouldn't even be questioning it. But because they took their time coming up the court and made one too many passes to get Marcus Smart the ball, the open man the ball, it looks like he fumbled it, did not call the timeout. Jason Tatum should have took the shot early on. They was only down by one. He could have took the shot while he was inside, just outside the paint, and possibly took the lead then. I don't necessarily think that was a bad play. Because like I said, second earlier, they would have got Marcus Smart the ball a second earlier. The whole conversation would be completely different. So because of that, we're looking at Philadelphia in the position they are. I think this goes 7 games. I don't know who's going to come out on top. I think this is going to be back and forth one. I personally want to see Boston, but because also I'm not a big James Harden fan. I don't know why. I've just never been. Jay, your thoughts on this series?
I'll keep it real short. First of all, I am a James Harden fan, Jason. I'm sorry, bro. This man is hot right now. He's doing his thing. And honestly, if you ask me, even though Embiid won the MVP, I still think that James Harden is the go-to guy in Philly right now. He's the guy who's been putting the team on his back. He's been the guy who's been making those go-to shots. I do not think – I personally would have called a timeout if I was Joe up in Boston. And that's just 2K rules, man. I play a lot of 2K, so I know when it comes down to crunch time, stuff like that, I don't want to get told. I want to try to make sure I got my entire I want to make sure I got my entire offense ready to rock. I know who I'm passing it to. I love the shot. I love Marcus Smart stepping up and taking that shot. And, yeah, had he would have been a half a second earlier, you know, that would have been a game winner. And we'd be talking about, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. However, you can't deny grit, man. And when you start talking about Philly, you could tell they're hungry. They want it. Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Embiid has a chip on his shoulder right now. James Harden has a chip on his shoulder right now. Tyrese Maxey has a chip on his shoulder. Doc Rivers has a chip on his shoulder. And that's what it boils down to is who's going to want it more. And it's a very corny thing to say, but in the game of basketball, when you start talking playoffs, that actually means something. And right now, Philly is looking like that team that wants it more.
Mario.
So, yeah, just to keep it quick, I agree. I agree with Jay, but I think it could have. The Boston could be up right now. You know what I mean? I feel like they will call timeouts and play with the clock a little bit better. You know what I mean? Went a little faster. Then you got the turnover. I believe it was in Game 3 when Boston was up. You know, with the giveaway pass to Maxey. You know, so it definitely could have been. It definitely could have been. Reverse, but as far as Philadelphia, I would James Harden is definitely carrying. I wouldn't say carrying, but I would say, you know, has the lead on his team. You know what he's done in Game 5 and 4, especially Game 1. But I think it does come down to what Maxey does also. You know what I mean? With his last game, he had 30. First game, he had 26. In the games in between, he had 14 and 13. So you can tell he needs a shot. So, like Jay said, everybody in Philadelphia got a chip on their shoulder. You know, with Boston, they're still the unknown. Are Brown and Tatum still happy? Is the coach? Did they hire the coach just because, you know, he was on the bench last year and just to feel like, you know, is he really the coach? Is he really the guy? Is Brown gonna leave and stay? Does he like working with Tatum? So it's up in the air. Like I said, they could be winning the series right now, or they could be gone by tomorrow. So.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel